if you heard a little meowing, it was my cat. Oh, what can you do? So, my cat's called Impish, just to introduce him. Now, I'm going to play one of mine. And this I wrote after a relationship had ended. And it was a really difficult ending. We'd stayed together longer than was good for us. And we really didn't want to hurt each other, which is, you know, is sort of what we were doing by staying together. It's just one of those things that just do. Anyway, I was completely lost. And I started to have dreams. And it was then that I started to find that I was getting some strength back. Perhaps it was the objectivity, the sense of viewing something from a slight distance. But it also gave me a chance to see that I really valued that relationship. And I made those dreams into this song, and it's called In My Dream. You're in my dream. We let you drive, and we're going on a picnic. Gonna take the back road, there are songs, the edge of my mind, and it's late afternoon, and there's a chill in the breeze. Storms over the northern hills, and the road runs into the sea. And you pull the car over and you turn to me, and we can go no further, and the pain, it settles in me because I can swim, but the ocean scares you blind to say I'll meet you on the other side. You're in my dream, and you turn and say that my state of mind is not an issue for you today. And we bought this house, and I thought we'd stay with our silly walks in the kitchen and our water fights in the bathroom. I was gonna buy plants for the garden today. But the sirens, they're calling you into their beds, and you wake for the pleasure of that firm young flesh, and you can smell it from here. You're gonna bury yourself so deep you might just forget. Oh, babe, I was in love with a dream. Oh, babe, I was in love with a dream. We're on this spaceship, and it's flying around the moon. You got a friend in the background, you're gonna watch the football, but you say this, it's important to you. And your smile is huge, and there is so much warmth. We watch asteroids explode into a million shooting stars. We know something is about to be born. But now the show's over, and we're Gotta go home, and oh, it's gonna hurt. We've gotta let go. But whatever didn't work, you know, that love was real as on the other side. And I'll meet you on the other side. Oh, babe, I was in love with a dream. Oh, babe, I was in love with a dream. And I don't mean that I didn't love you, but I was in love with a dream. You're in my dream. You turn and say that you knew that I would be important to you in some way. And you've been important to me. Thank you. What shall I do now? Ah, yes, right. As time moveth on, as it does, I'm going to do a song written by Anne Lister, and it came to me via an old dear friend of mine called Ray Chappell, and he sent me a link, said, I think you should learn this. And I listened to it and I thought, oh, that's a challenge. Anyway, he didn't know, I didn't know, he was dying. And so I felt a pressure to learn this song. And I didn't get to play it to him whilst he was alive. And the first time I actually played it in his presence was when I went to sit with his body when the doctor had just phoned that he'd passed, and I went to sit with his body until the undertaker came. So this is dedicated to Ray Chappell. It's called Icarus, and it's also dedicated to freedom, to our sense of our dreams as well. Keep your dreams alive. Never wanted to fly high. I was too fond of walking. And when you said you'd reach the sky, I thought it was a way of talking. And you said you'd made some wings. You'd show me how it could be done. But I was doubtful of everything, and I never thought reach the sun. And you tried to get me to go with you. You tried always to dare me. And I looked at that sky so blue, and I knew the height would scare me. So I carried your wings for you along the path to the cliff face, and I kissed you goodbye, and I watched your eyes already bright with sunlight. And I believed you'd reach the sun, and I believed all that you told me, and you'd do a thing no man had ever done, and you'd catch a star to please me. But I watched your white wings fold, saw the feathers falter, and I watched you drop like a ball of gold into the wide green water. Some are born to fly high, some are born to follow, some are born to touch the sky, some walk in the hollow. And as I watched your body fall, I knew you'd really won, for your body was not of the earth, it was a reflection of the sun. And you were born to fly high. You were born to fly high. You were born to fly. You were born to fly. And I also want to dedicate that to our city peregrines. Not that they know or care, but that they choose to actually nest in the city is... There seems to be something about freedom to do with that. I don't know what it is. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to do another of mine. I think we're doing okay for time. Yeah. Fling. And this is a song I wrote. Getting carried away by forgetting. I wrote this, and as usual with my songs, I don't necessarily know what they're about. I don't pick a theme and write about it. In fact, I hardly ever write songs. And anyway, what this is about is states of mind, and how we get caught in them and sometimes seem not to be able to get out of them. And how much control do we have over this? Any? Some? All? Anyway, this song says it more eloquently than I have just done. I hope. called jail. If I hadn't said that. You sit and watch the world go by from that rather uncertain state of mind. And if someone should stop and ask you how you are, you fear you might crumble and fall apart. To remember, not so very long ago, you used to have so much get up and go, and now you wonder as you sit here in the chair if you can get up and get out of this jail. Maybe just a state of mind, and the borders and the walls, they may be all self-defined. Prison where you find yourself may be something you've made, thinking it would keep you safe. And all you want to do is get out of jail. Glance at the person that's sitting over from you. They've been reading the paper, gazing at the view. They turn their head towards you, break out in a smile, and your heart melts, and you realize you've walked out of your jail. Life is with us until the day it's not. So I guess we might as well make the best of what we've got. Someday, the best that you can do, maybe to just take another breath. Do the best you can in or out of your jail. No, we are maybe just a state of mind. The borders and walls, they may be all self-defined. Prison where you find yourself may be something you have made, thinking it would keep you safe. And all you want to do is get out of jail. All you want to do. All you want to do. Thank you. I've I've just realised there are no fast songs today. Never mind. Actually, I'm not known for doing fast songs, so I don't know why I'm actually apologising. That was habit. Anyway, I'm going to do another of mine because time's going on. Now this is about it. It's not about friendship as much as I wrote it because of friendship. I wrote it because this was how I felt about another person I was very close to, was for a long time the best friend you could ever imagine. And I wrote this song. And he had emphysema. And over the years of him living with that, he lost a lot of what he was. And it can happen. But the things I remember are these things. First time that I met you, we'd both just given up the drugs and the booze. Moved into Joyce's, the halfway house, down on Chandos Road. And we were fresh, clean and eager, needy, fragile and tough, taking too many shortcuts, detours to understand the sense of just enough. And you were tall and slim, and your eyes, they softened as you listened. You had a shock of fair red hair and long, long legs, and your walk was sort of sexy. But it was the way you listened when someone needed to talk about the mind's madness, hurting heart. You'd walk with them gently in their troubled world, and their demons would simply depart. When I think of you, I smile and I want to pick up the phone and call you. 'Cause out of everyone I've known and everyone I've loved, you were my best friend. And you liked Lucky Strikes on camels. You loved things of quality and wood and well-made walking clothes. You bought yourself a watch you could dive 100 meters in, and we laughed. You didn't swim. You decided to cook hot chili con carne on the hottest day of summer. You had a dry, wet, wicked sense of and we walked up Tara Hendry, rescued a sheep. You pretty much chain smoked, took panoramic pictures, made a fold-out book with exquisitely handwritten notes. When I think of you, I smile and I want to pick up the phone, call. Out of everyone I loved, everyone, you were my best friend. Best friend. There are no winners nor losers in this 3D snakes and ladders game of life. It's just us. We muddle through, make promises, we make a mess, make amends, make friendships that bring us more than we could ever ask for. More than we could ever ask for. Thank you. Oh. So I'm now, this is coming to the end. We've got to the end. How did that happen? It's very airless in here. I've got all the doors closed. Didn't stop my cat coming in, mind. That sounds a bit out of tune. Are we going to live with it? I think we will. Just live with it. So this is Hejira by Joni Mitchell, and a brief word about this guitar. This I can't sing it in at the pitch that Joni does. She sings it in C, I believe. This is the tuning, and it starts for me on A, which asks an awful lot of an acoustic guitar. I'm not really up on these things, but I've been told you can't do that. You need so anyway. So, not making fun of people who say that because they're proper guitarists. I play to accompany myself. Anyway, Chris Mayfield. This was his guitar. It's now mine, and he fettled it so that I can now play it. It does, you know, it probably needs Chris. It might need another fettling at some point. Traveling in some vehicle, sitting in some cafe, a defector from the petty wars that shall shock love away. This comfort and melancholy, no need to explain. It's just as natural as the weather in this moody sky today. And in our possessive coupling, so much could not be expressed. So now I'm returning to myself, those things you and I suppressed, and I see something of myself in everybody at this moment of the world, and snow gathers like bolts of lace, dancing on a ballroom girl. Hey, hey. never has been easy. Whether you do or you do not resign, and whether you travel the breadth of extremities or stick to some straighter line, and there's a man and a woman there sitting on a rock. They're either gonna thaw out or they're gonna freeze. Strains of Benny Goodman are cutting through the snow and the pinewood trees, and I'm porous with travel fever, but I'm so glad that I'm on my own. Because the slightest touch of a stranger sets up a trembling in my bones, and I know that no one is going to show me everything, 'cause we all come and go alone, and each so deep and superficial. Between the forceps and the stone. And I look at the granite markers, those tributes to finality and eternity. I see myself, chicken just scratching for my immortality. And in the church they light the candles, wax rolls down like tears. There's the hope and the hopelessness I've witnessed all these years. We're only particles of change, I know, orbiting around the sun. How can I hope to change that point of view when I'm always bound, tied to someone? White flags from winter chimneys, truce against the moon in the windows of a modern bank, mirrors of a hotel room. Traveling in some vehicle, sitting in some cafe, a defector from the petty wars until love sucks me back that way, till love sucks me back that way. Thank you. And that, she says, concludes our time together today. So I'm just going to put that down. And I want to thank you all very much. And so does Lunchtime Live. I want to thank you very much. And just to remind you, if you could please press that subscribe button. If you're able to, willing to, would like to, donations would be graciously and gratefully accepted. And there's another thing. Oh yes, if you could, there's still time to make comments. I would love that. Well, I hope I would. I've lost the power of speech now. So what I would like to also say is, please can you check the website, because this is on every week, Fridays, 1:10 to 10 to 2, and I will tell you now who's on next week. Just get my little scrap of paper. It is Hark. Emmy Broughton on harp, and David Mowat on trumpet and flugelhorn, and they will explore some of David's richest tunes, finding ecstatic moments and spoken insights for our times, from his walking pilgrimage through the war-ravaged Balkans. And this is a journey he made 16 years ago, so he's had much time to beat the compost. So that sounds brilliant. Anyway, that's it. I don't want to say goodbye, but it is time to say goodbye. Anyway, thank you. I'm not going to say stay safe, because you're all, I'm sure, doing the best you can. But I would like to say keep smiling, and I'd also like to say just be a bit naughty, because we've got to be a bit naughty sometimes. So bear that in mind when you're just feeling a bit glum. Just go and stamp or yell or pull a face. Thank you very much indeed. That's me signing off. I'm actually really properly going to go. Bye bye from me. Thank you.